Right on Q Live. We are live with another Zoom apocalypse, end of the world, trying to talk our way through the pain until we know what the fuck is going on in the real world. Shit. We got
Damn.
with me today. Introduce yourself, fellas. Both returning guests. One, Trip, he ain't been on in a minute, but he's back. Trippy, you start first, because you ain't been on in long.
You already know, Lord Trippy, HBC Basement, Trippy Booming. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, it's been a minute. But that was a fun episode. I believe you was beefing with some podcasters. That was fun.
Ooh.
Yes, I was. I found out about it that day. Yes. Good times. Good times.
Hey, man, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Where the rideshare at?
Of course.
Hey.
Something. Dre, you yourself, sir?
Yeah. I'm Andre Altrez. Shit. That's a couple months ago I was on, I think.
Yeah, actually, a good, really good episode. I like the one Money is Time. That was the most recent.
Yeah. That was a good job.
So, speaking of money being time, let's talk about, get right into the shit. Black men stealing from black women.
Yo.
Woo.
All right.
Dre, so, this man, Dre, he called me, emailed me, tweeted me, DM'd me. He did everything. Yo, I need to talk about this one topic. I got a lot of shit get off my chest. There's some bullshit, some nonsense. We got to set the record straight, So yeah. I'm gonna let him say what all shit he got to say.
All right, so for everyone that's not familiar.
Oh, matter of fact, I'll set the tone real quick. Yeah, so recently, at least for me, right, we talking about the Teflar bag situation brand. I only became aware of this like a month or two ago, and that was because every time I saw girls tweeting about it, was like, oh my God, I'm trying to get a bag, Show that. All right, cool, whatever, some new trending, scarce bag, whatever, same old shit. But then recently, the rhetoric, as it tends to do these days, it starts turning to gender war themes of so there was a recent drop, and some niggas, shout out to the Kings for being opportunistic on the come up and the flip, and it was like, we got this shit popping, we got them for resale, this the price, take it or leave it is what it is. Oh, shout out to these Kings, I fuck with it. And then it turned in like, oh my God, women can never have nothing. We should get what we deserve. They start treating these designer bags like it was water for Flint. And I was puzzled.
Yeah, man, it got pretty crazy. It's the Teflar bags. I'd known about them for a minute because I'm coming from New York, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they've been around for a while. The bags have been around for a bit. And they usually do sell out pretty fast. So, throughout all this COVID shit, I was sitting in the house bored. So I was like, yo, I got some steamy money. I got some Trump bucks. Just trying to make some moves to see if we can make 1,200 into 10.
Mm-hmm.
So I started reselling shit. Joined this group called Hypernova. Was in there for a little bit. And I remember being on eBay one day. Someone just told me, I was like, let me look up Teflar bags. And I saw this like black small one going for like, I think the ending price was like $375, and I was like, oh, all right. So I hit up the dude that runs it, Stu Scrap. I was like, yo, like, we should look into this. I think these about to start popping off, like on some resale shit. You know what I mean? So we had probably been running them for probably like almost a month, just quietly. And then this drop came, and it was a big one. And, so it's like, some of us got bots, some of us don't. You don't really need a bot to cop on that store, but we took me personally, I got 20 bags.
Some of us got bots.
Yeah, I got 20 bags off that bitch. Man, like with my phone and whatever. Like,
all right, so
like
real quick, I didn't even know you was in the mix. I knew you had. I knew you was a knowledgeable guy. You do a lot of things, but I actually didn't know you was a part of this whole scenario. So that makes this even funnier to me. Like,
no, it was me bringing it to the dude Scrap that really sparked it. Like, I bet, like, I think this looks good. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I bought the first one as like a test, and I sold that shit immediately for some bread. Like, so the big restock came, and then he sent out that tweet, and it was like, we took over 60% of stock, which was like, it was capped because 60% of we don't got that many members for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he dropped the owner dropped like 2,000 bags, that would have been like 1,200 bags. But it just set the internet ablaze. Like Twitter, that section of Twitter, Queen Twitter was not with it at all. And
Queen
fucking
Twitter.
yo, it got to the point where like shorties was giving death threats.
Queen Twitter.
A couple people I know were like, yo, like if you reselling a bag, a Teflar bag to black women, like you should get beat up. All this crazy shit. I'm like, yo, it's just a bag, first off. Second of all, if you black, I'm not gonna sell it to you for the resale price.
I was just about to say, and then your safe ass put on your story. If I know you, like, I'm not selling it for a resale price. Like, oh, all right.
$30, $40, $50, whatever. I'm like, you want the color? Oh, your girl's birthday's coming up? Bet. I got you. I'll pass it right off to you for nothing. If you white and it's on the internet, yeah, nigga, I'm selling that black Teflar medium bag for $5.50, and I'm gonna get it. It is what it is.
So I ain't gonna lie, he a way better king than me, cause I would have been like, fuck all y'all niggas. Yo, this is capitalism. Pay this bread or keep it moving. Yeah. Like this is what it is.
Yeah. You know, because like I do understand the original intention of the brand is to like bring luxury to everyone, which is kind of like it's like a shift because luxury by definition doesn't mean accessibility for everyone. You know what I'm saying?
Correct. That's why it's luxury. That's why niggas want it. That's why y'all niggas bitching.
Exactly.
It's in common. There's really some first world bullshit problem. That's why it's so fucking dumb to me. Like, these niggas really bitching over a fucking purse. Oh my God, we deserve.
And what's funny too is that the brand is unisex. It's for everyone. Those bags aren't just for women. They're for anyone that wants to buy it.
Listen.
Shit, I got one. I got a black one coming in the mail. I'm gonna tote all my shit that I gotta tote to the mailbox when I'm shipping the rest of them out to motherfuckers. Like, I use that bag.
That's cool and all.
That the ownership was theirs, and that's it's cool. All right, you're the most common user, whatever. Bet I got it. But it's like y'all like, and it wasn't everybody. Like I had to unfollow someone because they were legitimately mad at me. They're like, yo, you doing what white people do to us, selling out the culture, that. Like, nigga, I'm not selling out shit. I'm selling a bag.
Listen.
I'm selling a bag.
No. Listen, that's y'all perspective from it.
Okay.
But my perspective from it is y'all taking away from the queens, and y'all ain't nothing more than Sam from Django. Y'all ain't nothing more. Y'all just the niggas in the position to not be niggas. That's all I see.
That's all I see.
Trippy's about to drop an album, and he really wants to up his female demographic listeners.
Shout out to demographics. Demographic. I respect
Shout out to Queens. Queen talk.
Shout out to Queens.
Definitely buy shit. That's why Queens always fucking. That's why Queens so loud, because Queens spend the fucking most money. Fuck, that's all upstairs. But
they complained about it, but they bought it still. They got them.
So
bitches link up.
Buying, that's why I said I wouldn't give them a deal. Keep fucking buy the resale. Y'all got the bread. Like I ain't trying to get shit. Like, but and also the point is niggas been dealing with this shit forever. That's a part of what niggas fashion culture. Like whether it's Supreme, Jordans, whatever. Like so, and I thought it was just weird because like. That's why I cooled off Jordans a couple years ago. Cause I'm like, I ain't really with all this shit, waiting in lines and having to hawk down emails.
It became a hassle. It became so much of a hassle. You were better off paying resale because you would save more of your time. You know what I mean?
Right. And time is the biggest of the most essence. So it's like if
I ain't getting your hopes up.
Time. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. There we go. Back to that full circle. Yeah, so it was just very interesting and just convenient.
All that.
I'm sorry, you say, Jordan?
I said this shit went viral. Like we were on a bunch of we're on Vogue, we were on Paper Mag, we're on Nylon. Wow. Like it went crazy. Like we're definitely like we're hated now. It's comical.
Black men always ruining shit, man. Always.
And then now it's like you got the posters on like Depop or Poshmark, and it's like people will harass you like, oh, don't buy a bag for resale. This to that. I went on this one dude's page, and he sold a pair of Yeezys for like $3 or whatever. I was like, yo, you doing the same shit. You selling Kanye shit for more. Oh, well, Kanye's a billionaire. This isn't the same. Nigga, what are you talking about?
People will rationalize anything they want, and that's because niggas don't care about sneakers. We gonna buy it or we're not gonna buy it. It's just that deep. We ain't no soapbox about it. It's that simple. Like either you got the bread or you don't.
Or you don't.
Yeah.
That's and it's like, you know, people are like, oh, it's taken away from the brand's original intentions or whatever like that. Okay, word, but it's like I got a bag, right? I got a pink one. I just got to pick one. I open up the box. That bag is like that's a $400 bag easily. I'm glad that it's $200. And I'm glad that a lot of Black people will be able to get these bags, and a lot of people in general will be able to get these bags. And then some people were trying to say like, oh, like Teflar was already selling out before y'all did this, did that. And it's like, well, number one, we was doing that shit for a little bit, and nobody knew. Like we let y'all know, really. Like we spot hot. You know what I mean? But it's like now, like more people know that name. It was trending on Twitter for fucking like 2 hours. It got posted on Ball Alert. All these niggas are like, what the fuck is Teflar? Because it's like, there's this thing now where it's like people are in their sphere of existence, and they think that is how the world sees, everyone in the world sees it. Like that's not regular nigga shit. That's like fashion, art, Negro type shit. Like sponge bumping, finger snapping Negro shit. I happen to be semi-adjacent to that shit, so I picked up on it, whatever. But now niggas that follow Baller Alert and the Shade Room know about Teflar. Some niggas fuck with it, some niggas don't. That's more people that know about it, though.
And also, it sounds good as on a mission statement, but at the end of the day, my nigga, Teflar want to make bread. So
yes,
they make the bread. Like, and whoever want, and there'll be plenty of Black people that get the bag, so niggas will be okay. Martin Luther King isn't rolling over in his grave.
He said some real shit.
Yo, Martin Luther King, they can't get the Teflar. No.
these evil Negroes.
Yeah.
We can't have.
He said some real shit. He said some real shit though. The bag only $200. Yeah. So like he flip it for $400. I mean, yo, you can still get that. Like this bag's going for $1,700.
Facts.
Retail. So like, yeah, come on, y'all can grab that $400 bag. It's Supreme bags going for more than $400. Y'all better come on.
Easy.
Come on.
It's dog shit.
Yeah.
Bags are good quality. They feel nice, and it's vegan leather, so you save the planet and all that other good shit. Like them shits is fire. You know, I'm about to hold the Glock in that.
Stop selling that joint. Get the fuck out of here.
But it was, the whole situation was fucking crazy. It's still kind of crazy now. It's definitely calmed down, but we'll see what happens the next time it restocks and
the next drop.
Yeah. And yo, and what was crazy though too is because of the outroar. Now now the people that run bots, like the white kids that run bots, now they know about it. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone sees it when you check something out on a bot and like the Discord server that you're in, and everyone's like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And then they look at eBay and they look at the sales. So now, like, you're gonna see a lot more motherfuckers buying them shits. You know what I mean? Like, and like realistically, like when it comes to like people buying them online, it's mostly white folks that are buying them online. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. But it's like at the end of the day, it's Black people getting more money, and people are trying to tell me that it doesn't help Telfar, but it does, because it's like you got more reach now, and now you got more ammunition to go to a bank and be like, "Yo, I sell out of stock in less than 2 minutes. Give me a fucking loan. I can increase production and get more bags out to more people." And it's a winning. You know what I'm saying? A winning situation. Yeah.
We'll get back to that. We'll get back to that though. So, Trippy, let's talk about working with artists and featuring type of shit. I saw Trippy not too long ago have a little situation where niggas were doing funny business.
Where the ride?
Yeah. Where the ride share at? You can pre-order the Where the Ride Share at t-shirts right now.
Cool. Before we get into the actual specific details of that, generally, because you guys are both artists, how do y'all feel about artists charging other artists? And before y'all go, because it's always just been an interesting thing to me. Like, I be feeling like I've even had different conversation debates where some people are like, no, like whatever you feel you're worth, you're valuable, you should do that, whatever. And I just feel like, and then I also understand it because it's like I feel only rappers or singers, whatever, musicians get the stigma of like, nah, like you shouldn't charge. You get to a certain plateau, or so to speak. But almost every other field is understood and accepted that you can charge, whether you're a painter, a sculptor, or whatever, like a DJ, anything. If you working your way up, no, I'm spending my time during my service. You understand? You can pay me. And niggas like, cool, I understand it. But you're rapper, like, nah, nigga, just write a verse, and you good, whatever. So, but at the same time, it's like, are you really worth this, or are you trying to pay a bill this month? Like, is this truly your value, or are you just trying to work your way up? And would you charge everybody this, or you think this is an opportune time? So, what are y'all thoughts on it? I'll let Trippy go first.
I'm gonna say this, right? If Michelangelo paints a picture, he can sell that shit for 400 million plus tax, right? If James Weldon or whoever from 56th Street paints a fucking masterpiece, but it's his first one, he's getting it off $100 tops.
Mm-hmm.
You do got to charge at a certain plateau, and that plateau is once you have value. Once you have engagements and interactions that you can prove. Once you have an EPK, an electronic press kit that say, I get this many engagements, I get this many streams, I get this many listeners per month. I got this many people viewing my profile.
Real quick question before you continue, because I understand metrics to prove your worth, but also in this day and age, when there's fake metrics, what is that really worth though? So how about maybe?
Well, you look at the podcast game, and then you also look at what Bitch Nine did with the Nicki Minaj record, and that's how you can see when shit is fake. When shit fall off, when niggas numbers is up 1 month and then down and not consistent, when niggas got one song that's about to hit 500,000, but then the rest of these songs is at 4,000, 2,000. They're getting 600 monthly listeners a month, but they have all of these strength. Like then you get. I mean, it's easy to see. 6ix9ine had a #1 record and it dropped off a Billboard the next week. Joe Rogan is signing $1 million podcast deals, and JVP they talking every week about how they worth is building up and building up. I'm a podcast listener. I listen to you. I listen to Logical 9. I listen to local podcasts. I listen to big podcasts. Like, and it's funny how podcasting and rapping, and independent rapping, it's a lot of similarities. It's all content. It's all creating content. Like, so
and it's all based around what is a stream worth. What is this?
Which we really don't know because they won't allow us to know. Exactly. But when it comes down to working with rappers, with me personally, with working with anybody, because I pay for a lot of cover art. I pay double sometimes. Like I pay like with the situation that we about to talk about. He told me his price. I sent it full. Usually you would pay half up front, half when you get it back. I sent it in full before, and then I sent the record. Like that's how I work. Because if I'm working with you, I respect you. I really don't work with a lot of people. So I believe name your price. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you my budget. I love when they say, "What's your budget?" I'm gonna tell you what I think my budget is for this project and getting you on it. That budget might be different for this artist and it might be different for you, but I'm gonna tell you what the budget is. You telling me if you agree to that, boom, I'm gonna send it with no problem because I want to work with you if I'm reaching out 9 times out of 10.
Okay, Dre, what you think? Or any thoughts?
I'm kind of in the same boat. It's just like, if you're a bigger artist, you know what I'm saying, you have the numbers that back up your price, then that's cool. Like I don't mind. Like there was times where I was like, I'm about to send $2K for a feature, but the person I'm sending it to has a bunch of followers that engages with them on Twitter and Instagram, and they got a bunch of listeners, and I think they're right for the song. So yeah, when it makes sense, you know what I mean? Like word. And it's like if we're homies, like I do a lot of animations for everyone in HBC, and I do that off of the strength just because I want to help their shit out. You know what I mean? It's just something I fuck with, and I want to see it move forward. But that's like something that you just determine for yourself. You know what I mean? Like somebody random coming up to me trying to get an animation or whatever for some cover art. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna charge you because I don't have any emotional attachment to it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll do an animation for free for my friend because I want to see them win. So if I can help that move along faster, then I'm with it.
And then a different angle with Andre, just real quick, we got music with Andre too. So on that end, he's not gonna be a feature. He's gonna be a main artist getting splits as an HBC artist would on that record. So it's like he said, it's different with the homies.
Yeah, Brad's always gonna come back.
Right. And so all right, let's break it down like this. So, cause I think another thing that makes this whole topic interesting because it's just because of the internet, shit like that, streaming. There's just so many artists now, like on the emerging level, whatever. 'Cause I feel you got like mainstream. Then let's break it down even on a Philly level. You got Meek and Uzi. You got Meek and Uzi at this point. Then you got
Big
P&B.
Uzi. Yeah.
P&B. I feel like
P&B.
a lower tier. Then I feel even below that you got like Core, and then even below that you got like like the Leaf Ward or shit like that, whatever.
Sean Smith.
Would you say Sean Smith is on Leaf Ward level or above?
Nah, core. He's on the core level. I think he's on the core.
All right.
Above.
Okay. Cool.
Hey,
So,
you forgot somebody, bro.
who we got?
You forgot somebody.
Theodore Grams.
Whack.
You forgot. Not. Yeah.
For sure.
Theodore Grams too.
All right. So would Whack be above Core and Sean Smith? Like just legitimately like P&B level?
Whack with Meek and Uzi.
Yeah, she with Meek and Uzi.
Whack with Meek and Uzi.
Better playing her shit. She with Meek and Uzi, bro.
Oh, she with Beyonce.
Oh.
Yeah, she with Beyonce. She got a song with Beyonce. Fuck that.
Hey, yo.
She on her own shit. She on her own cloud.
Yo, so the gas.
Meek had to get booked.
That's
Meek
why
had to get booked.
Sparky. This is Sparky.
She on Meek and Uzi level, really? Like,
did you hear her on Lil Bo 3?
that song is horrible, but yeah, she did good.
She did good.
She can rap. She can rap really well.
She burnt every nigga on that song up.
But everybody on the song was ass. Like it wasn't even like a high bar.
But so she need to do a song with me.
I'll tell you this. She killed the Beyonce song. That was super fire. She killed that. I give you that.
I give you this. The second she do a song with Mika Uzi, she on a level.
No.
Watch.
Can she do an album? Can she do an album? Like that's all.
Fuck that. She don't need to. Fuck that. She her own shit. She her own. As much as Uzi his own shit, as much as Meek his own shit, Whack is her own shit.
She need to do more. And that's not even a knock. It's just like she need to do more. Like Meek and Uzi has done how much? Is she on their level already? Like how long Meek been out? What the fuck? But I would say I have no problem.
That was a young boy.
I have no problem saying she on P&B level. Like, how about that? I can compromise on that. Anyway, the point is
you're talking. Yeah.
But so anyway, so I feel like under that though, even if you put Leaf Ward, like you knock him down, like no, he still don't fucking matter. He's still working his way up, whatever. So I feel you got Core, then everybody else after that, whatever. So to me, I be feeling like at the end of the day, if everybody's still trying to make their way, so I just feel like, what we really talking about? Niggas talking about $300, $500, $400 just to do 16 bars? Like, really? Like, it's like I feel like niggas be having like narrow-minded visions of shit. Whereas like, dog, this fucking crumb isn't really worth shit. Either you fuck with the song, you fuck with me, or you don't. That's just how I look at it. But I understand everybody got different perspectives of it. And I'm feeling like instead of trying to just pay a bill, either do it or not, whatever. But
to me, that's the narrow-minded way to look at it. The way I look at it is that creative economy. If I throw him $300 here, he got $300 to market his shit. But as I got a project dropping on the 27th. I don't know when it's coming out yet. But
tomorrow.
If you had a so boom, it's dropping fucking today. If you had this, if we had some type of conversation where you allow me to throw you $50 to $100 to be a guest to make sure I had a spot on your shit to promote my album and shit. That's not no slight to you, or that's not you darkening or dampening your image. That's you doing a look because you got a platform and you know the value your platform is worth. You know who watching, you know your streams and revenue. You on this platform, that platform. Niggas is texting you, DMing you screenshotting and showing it. So you know what you got. Why would you not charge for that? I'm kind of dirty if I don't want to throw you some bread for that. It's writers that gonna put me on blogs today that didn't ask for money that I donated bread to, because I know we all fucked up in this situation. We not, but we getting bread. But you know, hey. It's about stimulating this economy. We all got money. We all gonna look better.
I think I'm not mad at that perspective. I've wrestled that in my brain as well, where I feel like just me personally, just my perspective on shit is like I like to look at things in a macro sense. Where like, why I like worry about or argue about crumbs when I'm focused on a loaf of bread, whatever. But at the same time, I understand where someone that's maybe not focused on crumbs, but you worry about the little shit. But at the same time, where it's like I was so focused on a loaf of bread, I was starving in the meantime. Where other people, they have the more micro vision, they can at least worry about shit down here, whatever, and they can still end up at a loaf as well. But their journey towards the loaf of bread was a little different. So they was eating a little bit that they needed to until they got to the big bag. And meanwhile, someone like me may have been starving because I was too busy focused down the road. So I think either way, you can still get to where you need to get to, whatever. But that's just like the difference of like perspective or visions. So I definitely get it either way. That's why I said I don't be mad when niggas be having. Well, sometimes I don't be mad. I feel like certain niggas be blatantly just like, it's cool. We're not on the same page.
Yeah.
Cool. But I understand it. Did you want to add anything, Dre?
Nah, I mean, I'm on the same page with y'all, to be honest, man. It's about the value. You know what I mean?
Is faking streams worth it? Faking streams, faking whatever. Is fake it till you make it? Is that a viable thing?
If you made the song for as cheap as possible, faking streams is not a bad play because you can just use that to generate income. Honestly, like you could just set up songs on fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, it honestly would probably be a really good money laundering tactic. Like, you could just dump money into a song.
It would be,
and then pay for fake streams and get the money back in cash. You know what I'm saying?
It would be a terrible money laundering because the streams is not worth shit, and then
they're not worth nothing
with your distribution partner. So that would be terrible. And faking streams is the worst idea possible because 9 times out of 10, whatever digital streaming platform you're using, even mostly SoundCloud too, they can pick that shit up in their algorithms, and then they'll strike your account, and then they'll like shadow ban you and shit like that. So then, you won't have certain shit
and it doesn't translate
account.
to real dollars. Like streams are cool, but what really matters is people talking to you. If
you have money to pay for fake streams, you should take that money and put it in the market. You should take that money. I don't know if you've seen my Carol Baskin promotion. You should take that money and try and find some type of influencers. You should try and find some type of influencers that have playlists. Try and find, even if they fucking charge you $60 to get on their playlist. Take that fucking money that you're gonna buy fake fucking stupid streams that aren't even gonna increase your monthly listener count and put it on people. Spotify really started, like, I never really went to college for real, but I went to a lot of colleges, if you know what I mean. Every college party, niggas got Spotify on their TV, on their computer. They got random playlists. They just search lit playlists tonight. Lit tunes 2010, whatever.
You just gotta be on one playlist, man.
You just gotta be on one playlist with 20,000 fucking followers, and they hit shuffle on it, and then you fucking even the third or fourth song that plays, and then they say, "Oh shit, I like this shit." It's the same way I found out about like Baby Keem. It's the same way I found out about all these new artists that people don't even really know about. Like Sa Baby, I found out about Young Nudie through a goddamn playlist. Like, I think faking streams is detrimental. It's a waste of money, but it's detrimental also because you don't know what the metadata is looking like to the people you're trying to impress.
And to really judge your trajectory because you don't know what you're gauging it off because shit is fake and it's like not a real foundation. So,
yeah, you just muddying up the data and shit. Yeah.
Right. Have y'all ever felt like somebody blatantly stole or copied from you, but you felt like it wasn't like a really concrete thing, though? Like, you like, no, this is what it is, but I might look crazy. Did y'all hear that?
Andre, you want to go first?
You broke up a little bit.
Oh, I was saying, have you ever felt like somebody copied or stole from you? Like whether it's like some type of idea that you had, somebody stole an idea and kind of and tried to make it theirs, but you knew that it was really from you in a sense.
It definitely. I've seen it happen. It's happened to me before, and it's like subtle, slight ways. But the way that I describe that, like, I call that the field. You know what I'm saying? So it's like what I described it as the field is like the collective consciousness and ideas are just like floating out there. You know what I'm saying? And everyone that's like on like that creative tip or whatever, they can pull from that same field. Like we're all existing in the same field. So sometimes like things can come across like where it's like, oh, like that person probably saw the same things that triggered that thought that made me do this thing the way I did it, and they might have saw it around the same time. They just did that and whatever. Like even like for instance, like I changed my Instagram name to I Miss Andre. But when I first thought about it, like I was like, oh yeah, it's cool. Like I haven't dropped music in a bit. Like and then when I was thinking about it, like maybe like a week later, I was like, oh shit. Well, like I got my man, I hate you, she. And I was like, oh damn, that might be like that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't want him to feel a certain way about it, you know, whatever. Like, and it was never a thing. He's never even said anything about it because it's not a thing. You know,
Right.
I mean, those calls, I guess sometimes it just happens. But then it's like you know when someone's ripping your shit, you know, you feel it instantly. Like it's like lightning. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh nah, hell nah. So, yeah.
I've been stolen from a lot in this fucking business. But
I got beat jacked by Noriega once. Talking about stealing.
Wow.
Yeah, that was fun. That was funny. I mean, yeah, it was random.
The one blatant time, I for like the specific situation you talking about, it was some little shit, but I was cool with this nigga. He not even a rapper. He a creative in another venue. But we had some weird shit going on with him and a member of the artist, but they were introduced through me because I was cool with the bull first. Whatever. Shit didn't get too weird, but all of a sudden he's a Lord now. That's his username. It's Lord something. So I was like, oh, okay. That's it. That's the only one I got.
Yeah, but so I understand, but I like when Dre was talking about the collective conscience, because I agree with that theory of like, it'd be hard to, like I say, of course, certain shit you know when it is what it is, but then it's also just like, are we all just taking in and seeing the same shit? Or even if you might even see something, you might also see something I did, but then it don't even register in your brain of like, oh no, I fuck with what he did. I'm gonna take it. But it might just be like, seep into your subconscious, and then one day you just trying to hash out something. Oh, I'll run with this, and I don't know where I even got this idea from, and this and that, whatever. So I be maybe trying to give some people too, like when people come to me and tell me, like, you know, I've had this conversation with a bunch of people, like, oh, this nigga stole me. You think this is my idea? And I'd be like, I don't know. Is it malicious? Is it intentional? I don't know, but it'd be weird.
Yeah,
it'd be weird. But yeah, so
I never heard anybody that really sound like me.
You say you never heard nobody that sound like you?
Not really.
Okay. But let's go back to the situation. So let's speak on what happened with the stems and all that shit. What happened?
Stems.
What happened with the stems?
Well, it's this young boy in the city. I was watching it. I was fucking with some of this shit, how he's moving. And he was the young boy fresh from Vaughn. And one of my favorite Vaughns is Block the Big Bookies.
So one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Easily. So whatever. I reached out to the kid. I asked him he asked me what my budget was. I said, 2 to 4? He said 3. Sent him the 3 right there. Sent him a song. Often he'd be like, yo, opens out versus out, whatever, it's DM. Finally hit him for this project I'm working on. I'm trying to pull up. Right now. Where he said I didn't have to say shit. Like, I usually just burn niggas. I don't send stems. That's the engineer job. You don't send stems. Engineers send stems, nigga. Like, these are niggas that don't know how music works, you know?
Yeah.
So I mean, and I reached out to the executives at his label and all types of shit, and we tried to get it worked out because one of them was cool, but the rest of them was just trying to cover it up. New signee, no big deal, independent rappers, got a little bit of clout, nothing much, whatever. But he hit me on some sleaze that's embedded in me shit, and I hit him on some like clout chasing that's embedded in me. So then I made it public, and I exposed like even in one of the lead singles I got with Shaq G for this project, I ended up getting scammed on that job. found out from a bunch of different people. It's just like a Pinterest picture. But I paid him double for what he was asking, because that's how I work. Like, he asked me for $30.
Like,
I sent him
so the
60.
artwork?
Yeah, the
Okay.
artwork on the back is because tomorrow, today it don't matter. It's gonna switch over to the album artwork. But I paid him double for the like.
Damn.
So at this
That's a
point,
hustle
it's
right
like
there.
at this point, it's like I've been doing music for 11 years. I didn't seen it all. Why are we being so quiet about this and letting the next artist get scammed just like us? Nah, we going public with these niggas. We supporting these niggas, bro. I was putting Young Boy on my story, had him in playlists, all types of shit in my playlist that I'm putting on my Spotify that's doing 20,000 monthly listeners. So then they go in my personal playlist and seeing what I'm listening to. You see? Like, you already see what I'm saying? So I'm putting that on for local artists. Boom, now I gotta take you out the playlist. Now I gotta stop promoting you, this and that. Because the same artists we promoting is the same people that's moving dirty. Like a lot of people know my manager Riley. I know you got
Shout out to Riley.
Right, shout out to Riley at HBC. Like, and it's a lot of other managers out there. And I hear things like, you know, they businessmen, they move like businessmen. I said, I get that, because a lot of businessmen move like slime and move like snakes. And hey, if you gotta do that, that's what you gotta do. But the untouchable HBC empire move a certain way, and that's why we stayed in our lane. Like, this really the first beef or anything negative, because it's not really a beef. It's just we were just playing with each other for real.
Friction.
We were just playing. Where the rideshare at. Like, that's it. But you know, we keep it very uniform. Like, we don't really speak on shit like that. Like,
I was definitely baffled that I saw people trying to act like the stems request was an abnormal thing.
Like, what the?
I was confused why people thought that was like an insane thing.
Do you want to sound like shit on this mix, or do you want to sound like how you should sound?
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. If you listen to our music versus anybody's, and I mean, you can listen to Moses and She's to listen to the best of it or whatever. But if you listen to our music, and shout out to Justin Miller at Milk Boy, before you say anything, streams, whatever, it's the best quality. It's some of the best quality in the city, and that's because of what we do with the equipment we use, the mixing and mastering process. Me, I just get my shit mixed and mastered with Justin Miller. These guys get their shit mixed with Justin and take it outsourced for a whole different mastering process. The quality is always going to be top notch, so you can't talk about that. Then we got the following. I mean, my boy Moses sold out University of Penn. You can't say they're not. Like, I mean, we doing this independent. Like, you got these young boys getting splits off of 4,000 streams. We independent. Only split I'm getting is a little 15, 10% that my distributing partner want to upload my shit.
I don't split shit. And the tax man, that's it. And that's if he gets it.
And the tax man, absolutely. Yep.
If he gets it. Oh, he gonna get it, all right.
He gonna get it.
Yeah,
he gonna get
he
it.
gonna get it.
He gonna get it from me.
How y'all voting for Kanye, man?
Hell no. And I love Kanye, and I love him. Like, I love him to death, but no.
I don't want to vote for anybody, man. Fuck this shit.
All right. No, I'm definitely like, I'm not even the political guy. Like, most likely what's going to happen is my mom, who's like super like, oh, our ancestors died for this, right? I was like, okay, I understand.
Yeah, you get forced at the polls. Yeah.
You know, she might just mail in my shit, and it's cool. It is what it is. I understand. Vote for Biden. It's cool. I understand. I definitely, personally, just not invested. But I respect people that are. Like, it's cool. Like, I don't knock it. But I definitely, the Kanye shit is where I draw the line. Because I truly don't understand how niggas like, this is the one. Like, this is like,
he going crazy at that ranch, man. Like,
niggas really looked at that and be like, that's my president. Like,
all right. But Q, are you voting for Biden?
That's who I would vote for, yes.
Now, what if some Epstein emails come out and Biden's right in the middle of it?
I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. I actually think like 90% of old white men be in some wild shit. So just like
and that shit's disgusting.
Yeah, old rich white men, they be on some wild shit for real. But you know, but and then my real answer to that question is, I remember a lot of people 4 years ago saying Hillary and Trump is the same thing. It's the same devil. It don't matter. And I would like to see those same people die on that hill today. Because there's no way you can tell me Hillary would have had shit this fucked up. Like, there's just no way. Like, because they both, nobody's saying these people are great human beings. Like, nobody's saying.
No.
Fuck
like, no.
Is it literally, are y'all trying to tell me there isn't one lesser evil? Like, are you really trying to tell me that? So I think
Hillary
Biden
have gave us 1,200.
Biden would have gave us like a measly ass bean.
Maybe 500.
In this situation, like they had to give the 1,200 was the bare minimum. Like
facts.
It would be fucking economic collapse.
Maybe.
Yeah,
and that was just the 1,200. The real money is in the fucking unemployment, and then the bigger money is in the fucking PPP loans and the other loans. Sure.
And the SBA loans where you can file as a sole proprietor.
Shout out to my girl who was fucking, all of a sudden had an LLC. All of a sudden was start out shit. Like, she got her bread. Then she ended up calling back. Yeah, this ain't enough. I need some more. End up getting another 2 stacks. I'm like, what type of finesse? Yeah, so she was getting booked soon. That's cool. She going now.
Hey, no.
But what was I saying? But yeah, so it's like I don't get why people. I like people that be against Biden. They be like. They try to make people that will vote for him out to be like Biden #1 fans. Like, no, nobody fucks with Biden. We just don't fuck with Trump more. And it's really just that simple. I don't understand why this is a debate. Like, Trump really is like, and niggas like, but Biden racist too. Are y'all really trying to tell me that Biden was in office? He would have this same like white supremacy type energy going on in our country? Like, nah.
That's the thing too. Like the president for at least this country is like the moral center of the country.
Right.
So whatever the president's doing for the most part, it's gonna trickle down or whatever. So if the president is acting like a dickhead, then everyone else is gonna act like a dickhead. Right. And that's what he's been doing for the last. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas were wilding during Obama and shit. Like I remember when Obama got elected, where I'm from in New York, like this fucking random Muslim guy got beat up just because he was brown. You know what I'm saying? They beat the shit out of him, put him in the hospital and shit. Like same type of shit was going on. Like they had their backlash and shit when Obama got elected. But the thing with Obama was, he was dropping bombs on Yemen and all kinds of other fucking countries the whole fucking time. But at least he wasn't and presidents do that. It is what it is. It comes with the office. A lot of blood in that office.
We America.
But at least he wasn't acting like a dickhead the whole fucking time. You know what I'm saying? The country was like, for the most part, the country was together. The only time it wasn't together was when it was the motherfuckers in the Tea Party and shit bitching about shit.
Obama.
I'm not gonna bail people out, my neighbor out and shit. You know what I'm saying? All this dumb shit. And
quick.
we ended up doing it 8 years later during coronavirus. It's fucking hilarious, but whatever.
Obama is James St. Patrick. I don't know if you watch Power, but like when he's dropping bombs on children, he's Ghost. You only catch them bodies.
And Ghost only be trying to catch wreck when he have to. He don't be trying to do this shit. Like,
that's a fact.
He ain't like Tommy, who just out here, Tommy is Trump, just catching
killing to kill.
Killing to kill.
Because he enjoy it. Shit. Yeah, I don't be liking, again, I'm not the political guy. I really don't be giving a fuck with that. But it's like when I see certain things, I be like, why nigga be trying to they be trying to make Obama out to be like he was Hitler damn near. It's like, dog.
I mean, yo, my man did drop a lot of bombs quietly. You know what I mean? But that's how you gotta move.
Out for real. He was just nigger for real. That's all he was.
He's dropping them bombs. Like he lit Yemen the fuck up. Like.
And what did you say? You said our country was as peaceful as it was in some recent times. Like, hey, like I said,
it was together.
Politics, especially on that degree, that level, that should be super nuanced. So it's just like I saw someone say they wouldn't vote for Bernie Sanders because he had voted for the crime bill and all some type of shit back then. I was like,
yeah, of course he did. But ultimately Bernie Sanders is a fucking bitch. He's a bitch. He wouldn't have dropped out the race if he didn't have the stones for this shit, man. Like he could have fucking. He could have torched Hillary in that fucking election last year, and he could have been president right now, but he's a fucking bitch, so he got what he deserves. You know what I'm saying?
The crime bill, John, is a bad John because you can vote for him to give him a chance to redeem that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I also just feel like, yo, Bernie, you 99 years old. It's just like you missed the window. It's cool.
Yeah, man. Just go chill in Vermont, man. I feel the vibes in Vermont. It's very chill. That's what you are now.
That's what you are now.
How you feel like this? So, like, you know, I don't know if y'all got any exes, whatever. I respect people that delete all exes and shit like that. But do y'all, the exes y'all may have, do y'all ever feel like, damn, like, I was cool with that little brother or that sister or that mom? Like, do you have those type of things? Or whether you deal with someone now, I was like, yo, like, we ended, like, damn, I would miss her mom or I would miss her little brother. We was cool as shit. Cause, nothing like that?
Nope.
Nope. No.
I'm like, I might see a picture.
Yo, good looking, Andre.
I'm like, damn, like, oh, that little nigga got big, and then just go back to not thinking about it. Like, once if you out of my life on that tip, like, you just out. Like, even if we're still cool, like, we can still be cool. But yeah.
Well, you know what? All right. So in a while, John, my ex's aunt had got me a job and paid very well, and like, I was management like she was. I was about to get my own store, everything.
Damn.
So even after we broke up and I left that job, like me and her aunt kind of stayed in contact, like here and there, Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday.
Damn, you hit the aunt.
That's why I'm going with it.
Yo,
he
piped the aunt, yo, damn.
Yeah, I respect it.
Totally piped the aunt. but yeah, that's here nor there. I'm talking about like Facebook shit.
Here nor there.
Yeah.
Somebody just texted me today. It was like, if your ex friend tried to come at you, would you hit? I was like, why wouldn't a nigga hit the friend? Like, why wouldn't he? I don't understand.
How long has it been?
How bad is she?
Yeah, are you the cute friend? Like,
well, that's nuance. We talking about she attractive off the rip. Like, she looked good.
I'm
like, fuck that ex. That shit don't matter to me. What their friendship is.
Slaying it.
I ain't talking about dating you. Shit.
Yeah, like with the best dick ever too, out of pure principle. Like, what?
Let me split this pill.
Oh, what was I say? Damn. Where to go with that? Oh, how about this? So, do y'all feel, you know, I don't know how y'all grow with y'all family dynamics, whatever, but is there something y'all think about where like certain patterns or tendencies that y'all want to break, like as y'all growing to be the man y'all gonna be and, you know, build y'all lifestyle, shit like that, whatever. It's kind of with me, like I know of certain just like financial things I caught on early, financial things, and just also like parenting type thing where just like,
oh yeah,
I'm not gonna go about it like this. Not that I had it bad in any regard, but no, I'm gonna definitely put my spin on how I was raised. That shit gonna be super elite, whatever. So is there certain things that y'all took in, like, oh yeah, I know at a certain point I'm not gonna do this.
Yeah, definitely. Like patience for one thing. Like you know, kids act like stupid questions and shit. But this to that, just like being patient with kids. Proper money management, like actually teaching like kids the value of money and then how like the financial system works and shit. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people don't know how that shit works at all. Like a lot of parents don't know. And it's like I didn't grow up in a situation where like I was poor at all, but money at some point, like during like that financial crisis type era in New York and shit, like niggas lost a lot of money and like fucking went into crazy debt because the shit wasn't managed right. You know what I mean? So it's like definitely trying to break those cycles and shit. Actually, one of my homies just dropped a book on it's called Financial Starter Kit. My homie B's, capital SB on Twitter. It's on her site and it's on Amazon, and it's actually crazy because the shit went number 9 on the 10 on the 1 out of 10 like bestseller list for like the self-help and like financial books on Amazon. So that shit is major. And it's like it's a basic book. Like it's not even on some like it's not as basic as like Rich Dad Poor Dad. Like it's more like specific to certain things. But like even that book, like just people reading that type of shit, like just getting your mind right and like how to like manage money and shit. Like those are definitely cycles that need to get like broken within our communities because. Like there was this one study that said like the Black community is at risk of having like 0 income at like by 2050 or some crazy shit like that. Some wild shit like that. The way that like automation and technology is going and shit.
Wow.
Like if we continue on this like this path that we're on and shit, like
I think about that before we get to Trippy. I think about that likelihood or whatever because I've been hearing about a lot of PUA finessing schemes, and I don't knock nobody to get y'all bread, whatever. Fuck this system, but I have hearing been about too much investments, like whether that's stocks,
property,
flipping cars, flipping Teflar bags, sneaks, anything. I haven't heard nobody I know personally that's been telling me, like my man he been getting a bunch of bread, and he the main nigga, like, I'm trying to get this property one day and do stuff. This nigga tell you, I bought 2 Chargers, I'm about to go to Vegas and all this. I'm just like, nigga, how
buying liabilities.
Exactly. You ain't buying not a now asset. So I be thinking about that where like this is like, seamlessly a once in a lifetime period we in, like where we really were shut the fuck down. All we had time was to think.
The world was at a full standstill. Like it's crazy.
And a lot of niggas got a bunch of money more than they ever had at one time, like lump sums of bread. And to think that if you're gonna look 2 years from now, if you ain't do nothing with that time and excess bread that moment that not gonna last forever, it's gonna be a bad job.
You'll be able to see it immediately. You'll be able to see it. You'll know right away. Honestly, like we gonna know when tax time comes around next year. Like I'm not even looking forward to that shit because my shit's about to be fucked up. Like it's about to be crazy.
To your initial John, I'm at a point in my life and I'm still like young, like where I'm just now being able to learn from my parents good shit. Like it was so much shit that like I had to just peep and be like, all right, not gonna do that, can't do that. Gotta explain that one differently. Gotta like my I stay with my mom's for real, and like she was just heavy on the manners. Like when you go out this house, you be proper, all that type shit. You know how to talk to white people, all that type shit. Like code switching. Like I got that from her and all that. But that was it. Like she ain't preparing me for like credit, rent, paying bills. Like straight out the jump, it was just
survive.
I know how to get a job because I can get the interview down. Yeah, I know how to talk to him. But like by 18, I already had the certain bills from the crib in my name. Like I got a 5-rack eviction on my credit from I was already like not living with my rents already, like with my mom already, like So it's like I didn't really grow up with money. So my mom always wanted to move to a place where we was broke because we lived in a spot where you really can't afford it. Like say you live here, but we the poorest people in here.
Right.
But it don't make no sense. Like it don't make no sense because like by the time I went to 2nd, 3rd grade, certain shit was happening. Oh, now we gotta move on this side of Shawham, man. Oh, all right. Now we just on the other side of Shawham Ave. Like
at least we was here though. Like,
we just in Lima Gardens. And then last 2 years of high school, shit, finished in Jersey. I ain't even want to go. Went to Cherry Hill and now we even broker. Like, but it's just Linwood set up to get niggas out, so rent increases $100 and something every year. And we didn't stay here for X amount of years. Now you can't stay here no more. You already can't really stay here. Like, so I had to be out here. I had to be on my ass. I had to be homeless for a little bit because I got kicked out of my mom's crib. Then I had to realize, this world about money. Get this fucking money. No matter how you can. You can never be broke again. You can never be sleeping in your car again. Good shit that you had enough money to have a will. Like, good shit. And I learned from there, it's like, you don't got nobody but you. So you got to pay yourself before you pay everybody else.
Facts.
Facts. And did you want to add in on trying to take advantage of this moment that we in, whatever, and people that's not? Anything?
Oh man, like you said. I think property. I think because look at it like Monopoly. Like you said you had a man that's always talking about, oh, like I want to get a property. Like stop talking about it, be about it. When they will give you $10K for a first time home buyer, and we know nobody bought a house yet, and we know that money going to run out. Like go get that. Your credit good, go get that first time home buyer loan. Get a fucking duplex. Get a duplex, live in one half, rent the other half out. Bro, pay that mortgage off till you only paying taxes. Like, and I still don't know everything. My brother a realtor, like my big brother a realtor, and he getting his shit down. he like he getting triplexes now. He don't fuck the duplexes type shit. But it took him a minute to get there, and like he's trying to show me the ropes. I'm trying to follow it and his shit because for real, like you look at like Rollo, even though free Rollo, like he had a whole fucking apartment complex.
Yeah,
he's still a popping rapper though.
Yeah,
like you gotta have multiple streams of revenue. Like
mm-hmm.
we gotta build this generational wealth that we wasn't afforded for 400 some years.
And to tie back to the question, that'd be my thing too. Because and of course, we need to build generational wealth for sure. But I feel like a lot of times people lose sight of what generational wealth can be outside of monetary shit. We're like, no, but like generational wealth is also like healthy living environments and peaceful living, peaceful and loving dynamics, and just shit like that, where it's just healthy, preserving mental peace and shit like that, whatever, and bad and destigmatizing certain things, whatever. Where it's like, no, that's the real wealth. Like you're gonna have a bunch of bread, but it's a fucked up, unhealthy ass household and shit like that. I mean, I learned that from a lot of like white TV shows I watch. But these niggas be having all this bread, be a fucked up ass family. So like, but they got generational wealth though.
I've met so many kids like white kids like that. Like I used to live with this kid. His fucking family got a crib and a fucking Thousand Islands up in New York with all these fucking secret society type ass white folks and shit. Motherfuckers strung out on drugs, can't fucking like, you know what I'm saying? Like can't hold down a job and shit. Like it's deeper than just the money and shit. Like.
Right.
For sure, but it's
the money that's supposed to be so generational for the older generation. They end up always trying to fight for that shit and kill each other for it. It's like
Yo, that shit happened in my family. Like I had a cousin. They had property on Chesapeake Bay, fucking Bay. And this dickhead just like sold it off and blew all the fucking money. And it's like, nigga, why the fuck would you sell waterfront property on fucking Chesapeake Bay, dickhead? Like, maybe a whole like hotel that would just make money perpetually for the end of time. You know what I'm saying? Like
nobody wins when the family feuds. Like nobody wins at all.
It's like all these landlords up in North Philly right now. Like shit, the house I'm in now, my landlord got it. Looked it up on Philly.gov. He got that shit for 20 racks in 2009. I'm paying like 13 something for this joint. This nigga's been making money off this house for fucking like for years.
Property. See what I said? Property.
Years. And I was like, one day I was like, let me buy this joint off of you. He's like, yeah, right. This shit don't got no motherfucking mortgage. It's free and clear. It's in a popping ass zip code, nigga. Like, fuck that. Shush. That's money.
I never think this year, like, people gonna try to pay like, oh damn, no. I think shit gonna keep crashing, and I feel we got even till next year to really scoop up whatever you can and get a property.
No, just be mindful. And it doesn't have to be a house. It can be a fleet of cars. It can be a fleet of used cars that you put on fucking hirecar.com. You rent those out to people that do rideshare type shit, and they can ask where the rideshare at. You rent those cars at. You don't never got to touch them. Those cars will pay for themselves. It could be mobile homes.
Vending machines.
Yeah, it could be vending machines. Yeah, there's like one of these dudes on that wealth side of Twitter and shit. He's from Philly. He got like 20,000 followers and shit. Yeah, he's running it up with vending machines. Philly bull.
This is boy I know. This is one boy I know. Andre. He's selling fucking Nintendo Switches, fucking computer monitors, Teflar bags. Like the nigga snapping.
Pools,
anything that's about to sell out, he got it.
That's him. He got it all.
Hey, I was running it up off them pools, man. It was crazy.
So, Dre, how did you get hired? Because you intrigue me because you always in something. So do you feel like you just always been a naturally inquisitive or a talented person? So you just in a bunch of things at once, or
I've always been curious. Like I noticed it a couple years ago. There's like I'll go through like phases where it's like, all right, this is what I'm running on right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like last year it was like heavy like Bitcoin and whatever, all that shit. Right now it's currently like reselling shit. And like stocks and shit, but like the reselling shit has been crazy. Like it's definitely a good bag. It's good. I mean, it's good side money. It's another stream of income. You know what I'm saying? Like, It's not something I'm gonna be able to. It's not something I'm gonna be able to do forever because it requires time. Unless I like launch it into like a full business model, but like I don't have to like touch it to make money off of it. But it's been cool. Like I took couple $100. So that's stimmy money from Trump. Got into the Hypernova group, fucking ran it up on there. Now I'm like a moderator in that group. Then I joined this shit called Resale Calendar through Twitter and shit. Been running it up on that. You know what I mean? Like, it's like selling pools to people, above ground pools. Like they used to be in the stores in Walmart. Now they ain't in the stores. You can only get them off this one site. I get them. I sell to somebody for double. You got a parent that's got their kids at home. They're fucking losing their minds and shit. So they come and buy the pool. And it's like, yeah, it's crazy because it's like actually putting smiles on people's faces. I just this one dude, the kid started fucking crying because his grandpa was like, yo, we're not gonna be able to get a pool. Like, and then they had a pool the next day. And I didn't even tax this dude that much for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go on Amazon,
right there, man. A considerate king, boy.
It's just fucking
super duper, man.
It's capitalism, you know what I'm saying? Like the market, at the end of the day, and this is one thing with the bags, at the end of the day, the market defines what the value of the product is. Same thing with the features and everything, the art, whatever. Like, they define what it is. Like, people tripping like, oh, you taking a black man's product, you taking a black person's product and making more money off it. Motherfucker, I should be. You should be proud of that. Fuck that. Because that means that motherfucker made something that was that lit that the rest of the world saw it for even more.
No.
Niggas, yo, Basquiat.
You are snatching a fucking prized possession from the black woman, you fucking slime. Scum of the fucking earth.
It sounds good.
Jesus Christ.
It sounds
real good.
Good. It's just like, yo, man, that's what it's spreading. It's just the economy, man. Like, fuck it. Like,
on that note though, are y'all like are y'all part of so we speaking of all these different facets of Twitter? Are y'all a part of anti-billionaire Twitter?
No.
Fuck no.
No.
Fuck
no. No.
Okay, so before we elaborate, so are y'all saying that there should be billionaires? Are y'all have no problem with billionaires existing?
Yes, there should be billionaires. If you just make something that's worth $1 billion, you deserve that $1 billion. And like, let's just bring him up. Bezos. Bezos is he's a dick. He is a fucking dick. Amazon moves shady with a lot of shit that they do. But at the end of the day, they can deliver a fucking whatever the fuck they want to you in 24 hours to 72 hours faster than anyone else can. The platform's huge. Like, no one else is doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, billionaires exist for a reason because they made something that was that valuable. If no one fucked with the shit, it wouldn't be worth anything. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's ways to get money. You know what I mean? Like, if you're on some dickhead shit like that Martin Schrickle dude who fucking was taxing for the HIV medication shit, that's some scumbag shit. You want to be mad at somebody, be mad at that dude. And he's sitting in jail because of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'll give you a rap example. Because, like, I'm a rapper, so I'm going to give you a rapper example, right? At a certain point, I was like, yo, if I can have a currency, like currency to high spitter, if I could have a currency career and just have that cult following and, like, be able to eat off my craft.
Too.
He has a great career, yeah.
But he had an interview where he said he knew he wanted to be able to drive his Chevys and go to the mall, and Wiz knew he wanted to be a planet, not a star, a planet.
Right.
So Wiz made it. He didn't even make the song, but Wiz on the song that's his called "See You Again." If he becomes a billionaire off of that song because it's gonna be played at almost every funeral for the rest of our lives, that's on him. Yes, he deserves to be a billionaire at that point. He was a part of or created something that generated $1 billion. But if currency is a thousandaire or a slight millionaire forever, that's just everybody's value. It is what it is. To say that nobody should be a billionaire, and if you reach a certain money, now a certain point of money a year, now you got to give it away in taxes. That's ridiculous. Because then nobody would create anything of worth value. Like we would be looking.
But it's like, yo, this thing with billionaires too. It's like a billionaire didn't take that money. He didn't come into your fucking wallet and take that money. You gave him the fucking money, nigga. Like,
we would get
I don't have hate towards billionaires at all. Like, that's why it's funny when people having all this animosity. Oh my God, Jeff Bezos could just flush $1 million every second of the day. And all that.
And it's like, yo, I thought that was not a thing. Like it was like a negative thing in the black community to be a fucking pocket watcher. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
If Jeff Bezos
be a jealous pocket watcher
can flush a fucking $1 million, why don't you be the nigga that's in his sewer system unscrewing that shit, coming up off a fucking $1 million a day, nigga? It's all about your mindset.
Yeah, I definitely don't hate them at all, but like that don't keep me up at night. Like billionaires being billionaires, I don't give a fuck about y'all niggas. I understand.
I want to be a fucking billionaire too.
I don't aspire to be a billionaire. Like I used to, but I don't really think about it anymore. But I do think that I don't think it's a crazy idea to have them filter money into wherever they're living. Like I don't think that's a crazy idea. Like
they definitely they
meaning
do.
Meaning that we don't need billionaires though. Like
your
shit just cap off though. It cap off at a certain point. Like
it can't cap off.
All right, well, hold on.
It gotta be a percentage. It can't cap off.
Let me explain Jeff Bezos though, like his net worth. Like he is the richest man in the world, but that money does not exist. You know what I'm saying? Like he can't liquidate all of his, like he's not liquid $1 trillion. You know what I'm saying? He's probably liquid. I want to guess like shit, maybe 50 mil, probably.
You don't think 100? You don't think 100?
Yeah, maybe.
All right, whoa, wait a minute, hold on. So, is there a specific reason tailored to him that you saying he don't have 100, or you think you
I'm talking about liquid. I'm talking about like just like liquid assets, where it's like he has that money on hand. Like he's worth $1 trillion because of Amazon stocks prices and shit.
Right, of course.
That money doesn't physically exist in the world. Like it's not there.
What about the guy like we spoke of Epstein earlier? You know, they said he had 50 liquid.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying if he had 50 liquid, I gotta give Bezos a little more than that, right? You think so?
Yeah,
Epstein was a middleman though, so he was getting liquid cash to move money.
To move money, yeah.
Fair. So he might just have more access to it because he's getting the bread versus being worth the bread. So that's fair.
Yeah, being worth it and having it, it's like two different things. Like
Epstein had a service. I'm gonna move your money around here and there, make you more money, X, Y, and Z, and when you make more money, I make money.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not no stocks and all that shit type. No.
Right. I think they said Epstein was worth, from the little documentary, I think they said he was worth $500 million. I think they said that. Or maybe.
Did you see the Bill Clinton painting?
I did see that. I saw it somewhere on the internet. Yeah.
That shit was wild.
Wild.
Them niggas was on some shit. Them niggas was on some freak shit. Yeah.
I don't know. I actually have a theory that
Bill Clinton's he's got some crazy energy. Bill Clinton.
Yeah, Clinton. His
I met him twice. He's got some crazy energy, bro.
He done some shit. So I have a theory that, like, in the 80s, we all now everybody knows that the government literally put crack in our hood. We know what they did. It was a big thing with the Contras and Nicaragua, and we already know how they did it, whatever. But I feel like in the 80s, that was something you couldn't even grasp. It was like, what? Like, they did what? Because of war in Nicaragua and this and that, free with Ricky Ross, and what the fuck y'all even talking about, whatever. So I feel that in the near future, we're going to discover a whole new web of the sex trafficking business, how it's this big interconnected web. It's not just nigga just snatching people. No, it's really shit connected.
Oh, hell yeah. Nah, you don't move people like, yo, I heard the stories once from somebody I knew that was in Alaska, and he was like in a bar in Juneau, and they were like getting drunk with sailor motherfuckers, and he was just like real quietly. He's like, yeah, man, like, sometimes we get drunk with ladies out here, and we just take them out on the boat them out to like the Russian international border, and then just fucking toss them to the Russian dudes for bread. And then they're never seen again. And he was just like, yo, like, he's like, I just had to play it cool because if I didn't fucking if I reacted the wrong way, I would have got fucking killed.
Real shit.
I would have died.
It was this video I just seen on Twitter of Blake Lively. Like, I think at some awards show.
Oh, yeah, I seen that shit. Talking about the pedophiles.
That shit look nuts. Yeah. And the fucked up part is, like, yo, with this Epstein shit, if they don't kill this Ghislaine shit, and, like, I don't even want to talk too much about this shit on the fucking Zoom, John. But like, I think it's the beginning of, because of the internet. See, back in the day, this shit was unfathomable because there wasn't no internet, but the internet brought everything to light. So, like, now once we start to see what these fucking sickos are actually fucking doing, it's gonna flip the world upside down. And if a lot of this shit is true, then, like, a lot of people, it's unfathomable, like, what the fuck is gonna happen. But, like, I can't wait for it to happen, and I think sexual like, it's prevalent even in Philadelphia. If you know what's going on, I don't want to say specifics, but if you know what's going on the corners of Philadelphia right now, if you know about what happened with that FedEx driver, and if you do your Googles a little bit on what that FedEx, like they're trying to stop what's about to happen, but it doesn't look like they can. I don't know, but it's scary and it's unreal because it's like I hate to bring it up because I know you about to have a baby, but it's like it's hard to bring a kid in this world when you know the evil in these streets. Like that shit is unthinkable. Like a kid, bro, and like the Blake Lively video, it was kind of fucking me up because it's like the shit she's describing, bro. The shit she's describing is like, yeah, I can't. I know I can't see what the fuck was going on because I can't even see her talk about it. Like that shit bringing a tear to my eye right now. So like, why the fuck would I have a kid right now? And I kind of like want to wait because I just kind of want to wait because like now I see it's coming to light. Like, oh, but speaking on the kid once, and I'm gonna let y'all have it. Yo, are you a boomer? Because you know all these babies from like this Corona-esque, like your kid might be like a year before the boomer, but it's still gonna be in the Corona boomer generation. So once it pop out, are you gonna be a boomer now? Okay, boomer. Right on Boomer Live. Right on Boomer Live.
Right on Boomer Live.
Nah, he's a millennial. I'm pretty sure.
I'm a millennial, but she definitely a boomer baby for sure. Definitely a boomer baby for sure. You know, my girl definitely trapped me right before the lockdown. And, so you know, she saw what's coming. You want to talk about stock potential? She all know we ain't been going nowhere. That's pretty cool. And, you know, baby due. Actually, my daughter's due my mom's birthday, October 8th. So you know, yeah. So you know, we'll see. You know, I doubt it was happening on the same day. That's a little bit too ironic and weird.
Yeah.
But
my mom's birthday on the 13th.
Right,
so that's cool. October. So that's the.
But it's weird when you think whenever you like shit like that, and that's why I think that's like is needed for like the world because you know that's why it's so fucked up and weird because everybody claims to be against rape and pedophilia and all that shit, whatever. But it's too prevalent in the world. That's like, no, this shit really like there needs to be this uprising about the thing because too much shit that's going on. Actually, no, it's a bigger plot. It's not just a bunch of sick people doing shit. Like it's a whole machine operation around the world that's making shit go whatever.
The thing about it is
involving a lot of wealthy ass people. That's why shit keep going.
That's it. That's
why that second season of True Detective wasn't that bad for that reason because that's what that season was really hitting on, like that whole deep fucking rich sex trafficking realm, like because it
problem
exists.
Why it's so hard to crack is because these niggas got money, and the prime example is R. fucking Kelly. He did not go down until he ran out of money to stop extorting those fucking people who would not admit that he was doing what the fuck he was doing. And it's fuck R. Kelly.
There's a rumor.
These niggas got way more money than fucking R. Kelly.
And they white.
They got islands.
And they white.
And they white. And they white. The black people, let's put sex trafficking on the niggas.
Yo, there's a rumor like going around with the Bill Cosby situation, and the National Negro Council of National Negro Women or whatever the fuck it's called. But there was like some deal going on where like the one lady that she passed, I forget the lady who ran it, but she knew that like what Cosby was up to, and she kept it quiet for payments for the foundation and shit, so they could fucking lobby and do shit. And then she passed, the payments stopped coming, and then shortly after, this shit really broke out. And then, you know, now he's sitting in jail and shit. That's like a rumor in certain church circles, depending on.
I'm not defending Cosby. I'm just asking, did she know what Cosby was doing, or did she know about the allegations that were about to come out?
So the story is that she knew what he was doing, and she was keeping it quiet for bread to fund the organization's agenda that she was running and shit. So, you know what I mean?
It's always for bread.
Yeah.
Since y'all mentioned R. Kelly, I have a thought to throw out there. So like you said fuck R. Kelly. I have no problem with that at all. But I was having a conversation with my man. He was like, it's interesting that like R. Kelly can say he was molested as a child by his sister and nobody cares. So if you don't care, then how are you gonna prevent more R. Kellys from happening or whatever? And he was like, I feel like if we care about these type of things from trying to stop these acts, we can't just be like, yo, you a sick ass evil person, fuck you, throw you in the cage and like that. But it's like we got to get these things from a root level and try to talk about why are these sexual acts happening in these, again, back to generational wealth. I try to break these habits and evil.
I think people cared, but it
whatever.
was so much like pain that he inflicted where it kind of got overshadowed.
Sure.
But I think at the end of the day, it was just like everyone's like, yeah, like fuck this kind of abuse, fuck abuse in general. Like we got to be more vigilant about it. Like cut that shit out with your, the weird uncles that are always like even simple shit where it's like, oh, let me get a hug, and the little girl don't want to give you a hug. Like don't force a kid to give a hug to somebody they don't want to give a hug to. Like,
but it's also
like
with
that.
fuck R. Kelly. It's also fuck the people that enable R. Kelly.
Yeah.
The people that allow R. Kelly. Like it's not just fuck R. Kelly. And at a certain point, R. Kelly was like fucked up and had a fucked up past and was abused. But
everybody
at a certain point, when you have a whole
everyone
fucking sex trafficking ring, know what you're doing is wrong.
Yeah.
So now you gotta come up off that. It's the same. Anybody doing anything wrong, if you guys sit down and do the time, you guys sit down and sit with what you had to do.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is.
Are y'all for the death penalty?
In certain cases,
I think pedophiles should get the death penalty. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Somebody recently told me, they say you can't be, this is what they said. They like, you can't be pro-black and be for the death penalty. Because they said, what's
that gotta do?
They said, like with jail, the death penalty especially is skewed towards black people. So to know that, why would you be part of taking black life, knowing it's probably skewed in a racist way because it's part of the racist system? I never thought of that, but I thought that was a fair perspective of it.
I gotta look up the numbers, but I feel like more white people get the death penalty than black folks anyway. Though, just more white people.
Well,
period,
to add clarity to it, look at, I'm not sure if that's true. I'm not saying it's not.
That's just a guess. That's just a guess.
If I look at it this way, we know black people get locked up because we're part of a racist country, racist system. We know black people get railroaded, and generally. So when he said, I'm like, it's probably a connection to that way. And I saw the movie Just Mercy, and I was like, cause I've always been for the death penalty, but that it really rammed that point home of like, no, black people really get railroaded differently.
I think it's
got to be for the right case, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right, I think it's because like we're for the death penalty, but then when you add in that system, we're for the death penalty in the right system. But then when you add in systematic oppression, it's like, damn, all right, you're right. I definitely see your point. Mm-hmm. But it's like, even if I want that black man pedophile to get the death penalty, the same I want the white man pedophile to get the death penalty.
If it's concrete,
at that point,
no doubt at all,
you're you're an animal. You know what I'm saying? Like you deserve to get put down.
Especially like my whole thing is like, long as it's like no question, no doubt at all, like it's clear cut. Like we double check this case, this nigga did it, it's on camera, there's no doubts at all. Then fuck it, I don't give a fuck with that. But
absolutely.
Yeah, I will say it was a good quote in that movie where they said, because one, the theme of the movie is like black people getting railroaded and shit like that and framed in that time, the 80s or 70s. And one guy, he was like from the war, and he had PTSD, fucked his head up, shit like that, whatever. And he actually did kill somebody. And he was like, yo, like, no, I'm not like yo. I actually deserve to be here. And they was like, well, just because you took a life, that means someone deserves to take your life. I thought that was a little fair little message to add in there. However, though, if that was my mom you killed, nigga, you should die. So like that's how I look at it.
I mean, that's background. Yeah. That's background. I mean, if he had a like mental PTSD thing going on and that was provable and not like the movie theater bull who shoot up a bunch of people and now he crazy. Right. Like if it's provable he got a diagnosable or army veteran, whatever, then give him life. Don't kill him. But if he raped somebody or if he fuck a kid, kill that nigga. I don't care. I don't care.
We don't gotta ask questions.
He cannot be living amongst us.
We don't gotta ask no questions.
Amongst us.
Ain't nothing gonna fix that. You always gonna be like that. Yeah. Ain't no question on that.
It's not a question.
It's not a question.
Have y'all what do y'all like? Do y'all think about that? Have y'all ever had a contract presented to y'all to read or sign?
Yeah.
And like, what was so fucked up about it you didn't sign it? Maybe you did sign it.
The percentages.
Yeah. And the terms and non-compete agreements and shit.
Ooh. All right, so explain some like bad dynamics that niggas be trying to get off on like artists. Like, what are some bad shit that y'all commonly heard about, commonly seen?
signing away
rights and publishing for perpetuity with no chance of recourse to get those back. Like,
I'm glad he said it. I didn't say it. Hey, RightonQuelive. I did not say it. I didn't talk about nobody's pub. I didn't talk about anybody signing away their ownerships and likenesses. I didn't say anything.
You don't own your name. You don't own anything. Anything you do within this contract is ours. You don't own nothing of it. It's
so
crazy.
Now you got to change. Now you got to change the little anecdotes in your name when you want to release music. Or like Young Boy in my situation, he just mentioned me in his little record, but he can't release it on streaming. It's on SoundCloud. And we know because somebody got to give you the okay. They not allowing that shit.
Yeah, somebody got to give you an okay. Somebody got to give you an okay to drop a song.
Where the ride share at?
I wish.
Where the ride share at?
I gotta go to a board meeting and ask this motherfucker if I can drop a song. Suck my dick.
So Dre, you would never like sign like to a major label?
I would if it made sense, but you know what I mean? Like,
what's a major label? What do you call a major label? Do you consider Empire a major label? Do you consider 10K Projects a major label? Like
Empire is, correct me. Empire is considered like an
independent.
Right, independent.
Right?
Okay, yeah.
Because they give JVs.
Right.
Like most of the contracts they do are joint ventures.
Right.
So in my perspective, that's still independent.
Right.
Because you're a business entity working with another business entity. But if you're signing away your pub and your likeness, how are you still independent? Somebody owns that now.
Now you're a product. Now you're a product.
Somebody owns that now.
That's just anything.
If you can't release when you want, you're not independent.
Facts, yeah, of course, yeah. But so, all right, so, because like you said, sign away things. So, but then I feel like the conversation gets kind of muddy when people try to act like you shouldn't sign away anything. But if someone's giving you a platform, shouldn't they get something out of that deal?
You should try to sign away as little as possible. And if you're coming in from ground zero, then you're gonna have to give up some shit. Like Freddie Gibbs, for example, he signed to WMG now. Freddie Gibbs is coming in with way more steam than he had.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and it's actually funny too because as soon as he got signed, the academic shit went down. So I was like, that's kind of interesting timing. Like, wonder what that's about. But whatever, you know what I mean? Like, he signed to WMG now, but he came in there with more ammunition to where like his deal's probably nice. You know what I'm saying? Like his deal before was nice after he got out with Jeezy and shit, but his deal's definitely nice now. And it gives him more exposure.
Look at Young Dolph. He ran for years saying I'm independent. Come to find out Paper Route Empire was a joint venture with Empire. Duh. Why didn't we see that? So then that comes out and then Nigo's trending for that. But he's still rapping on independent this, and then he's got his own subsidy where his cousin Key Glock is signed. Like, I'm not saying never sign. I'm not anti-signing. The right deal come across, but it's all about building leverage. Don't sign when you go 4,000 streams, nigga, because now you get splits off of 4,000 streams. That's stupid. That's not thinking long term.
The music industry in general is just like, it's funny because like you'll see a lot of like deep industry music industry people on Twitter and the socials just like talking a whole rack of shit about like how great everything is or what they're doing and this or that, and it's like probably out of like the 100%, there's maybe like 2 to 10% of people that are really doing good work and making good things happen. The rest are just going along with the fucked up system, not pushing anything forward, fucking stagnant, old ass shit. Like the music industry moves at a turtle's fucking space while like every other space moves at light speed. You know what I'm saying? Like
unless you can recoup that shit, nigga. If you can recoup that shit, nigga, then sign that shit. But if you signing that shit and then you dropping songs on SoundCloud and trying to scam artists from your city for $300 and X, Y, and Z, then you shouldn't have signed them papers, my nigga. I'm sorry.
Signed too early.
Trippy booming out today.
Is that today?
Where the ride share at?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's what I was going to say, though. So, Joe Rogan, right? When he signed, like you said, podcasting and audio
big bag
and music, it's pretty parallel. So
he signed a licensing joint now.
Right. So do you think he gave up any does Spotify own anything, or you think he just pure partner type thing?
What he gave up was like that platform exclusivity. So he lost technically the engagements of Apple Music and YouTube, but the clips are still going to be allowed on YouTube.
Right.
And that's still just going to drive people to Spotify, and it's a free platform. So even if you're paying for Apple Music,
Yeah.
like
People still
Spotify,
won't
the
come.
free
People will be
version.
fine, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
then
free version,
Spotify's doing video podcasting now too. So they're
just
coming for
because Joe
YouTube
Rogan,
bag.
they
Yeah.
picked up his whole back catalog. And on podcasts, it's not like with the music where if it's the free version, it's on shuffle. It's a podcast episode. You just go to what you want to. Like,
do you think they own some of his company now, though, or no?
No. He said that. Like, in the announcement, he said they don't own nothing. It's just a licensing agreement.
Yeah.
They
Distribution
gave him a
basically.
big bag.
Because
It was
at
100
first,
mil, right? 100 mil?
yeah. And I was thinking about that deal. So when I first heard about it, I'm just like, all right, I definitely think one, because I heard him say he made like 90 mil or 30 million a year. He made 30 million a year off his shit. So I'm like,
highest
all right,
grossing year. That was his highest grossing.
right, most recently. So I'm assuming he's still going up though, at least for the next 5 years. That shit gonna stay stagnant at least. So if he getting 100 mil for the deal, I will also think he's probably getting some on the back end. Or like back end, some stock into Spotify, some shit like that, whatever.
Or bonus incentives.
Right.
You do 20 million streams in a week. All right, here's another M.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely get some Spotify stock.
Because when you get Elon Musk to smoke a blunt, and now it's only on Spotify, that's going to do different than when you get like I don't know a Neil deGrasse Tyson or whatever. Like it's not going to be the same numbers.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. Did y'all see the Meek press release? The incoherent.
Yeah, solid.
You ain't see it, Dre?
I didn't see that shit. What happened?
He tweeted some shit saying, "We, Meek and Milano."
Oh, he broke up with her, right?
Yeah,
That's what happened? Yeah.
But you know, Meek, we already know Meek can't write. You know, yeah, we already know. But, he's saying that shit. We get it. It's no big deal. But what was interesting to me was so many women was trying to frame this of like, sis, you could have did way better. You didn't need this. Da, 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 da. And I'm like, when did Meek become the bum ass baby dad nigga? Like, when did this happen? Bitch is really.
I think that's just the mood. I think that's the mood of women towards Philly niggas,
Twitter?
though.
Queen Twitter?
Yeah, towards Philly niggas specifically.
It was really like, yo, that was me. I would have aborted it right away. I wouldn't be doing
damn.
Yo, they would have
aborted the baby for a Teflar bag.
I'm like, first of all, like Meek. First of all, I hate when people try to speak so adamantly about strangers. That shit is just weird to me. Like, I don't know what these two dynamic is like. All we know is Meek is a nut on Twitter. That's cool, but it's a lot of girls dealing with way more nuttier shit from their niggas in real life, and them niggas and their niggas is not rich either.
Not rich. Yeah.
I see bitches complain, oh my God, my nigga always in bitches DMs, always liking pictures, always doing none shit, always da 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 da. And you still with that nigga, and he is not rich on top of that. So I was like, they trying to act like
Meek always been getting this because I remember being a young boy like Flamers 2.5, listening to that shit, and niggas being like, Meek ain't really sell no coke out here. He only sold weed. Like niggas always hated on Meek like forever. So he gotta be invincible to that shit by now.
Yeah, he make it easier to hate even, but then it's also just the Philly culture of like we just like bidding so much that niggas go away.
Yeah, you don't put out a press release that you're breaking up with your baby mamas and like niggas is gonna bid up. I seen this one shorty say because I didn't know what was going on. I just saw this tweet and she's like, "Yo, this nigga Meek took mad long to reveal that Milano was his girlfriend, but broke up with her publicly mad quickly."
But and this is another thing though, like even to that point, like they try to make it out to be like, yo, Milano, that's and that. But like, yo, people get pregnant every day. Like to me, it was clear that Meek didn't want the baby. She was way more excited, and he was like, all right, there's what it is. We rocking out.
That was not clear. That was not clear to me.
That wasn't clear.
I was like when I first peeped they was together, I was like, oh shit, like this probably the one that's gonna work out.
No. Like to me, Meek was hitting a bunch of bitches. She was, you know, she was cool. She from the city, and like, oh damn, you got the baby.
He was hitting Kim. He really hit Kim.
Prison reform.
He really hit Kim. He really hit Kim because Milano pieced all that shit together once Kanye went on his rant. She was like, that's why you wasn't responding when you was out there.
There's no coincidence.
Bad.
Stay woke. Stay woke.
But Meek, my man.
Oh, yeah. It's a Teflar tinfoil hat.
Teflar. What's up? Let's say. Yeah, so we talking about the bad local. Yeah, so how about let's real quick before we move on from that. So back to like the local deals and reading bad contracts. Like I said, since the emerging lane is so just open now, so wide, so many people trying to do music at the same time. Like, what are just your thoughts on just that the emerging lane, but then also the labels in that space and people trying to maximize this thing? Like, is this really gonna what is going on from the artist level, like, you know, and people really trying to monetize and, you know, do so much on this level?
I forget who just said it, but somebody was making a point about Drake if he decided to go independent.
Yeah.
This is the first time that, like, since the streaming shit became units sold, like when Booming dropped, it's gonna have 100,000 streams. It's gonna be over 80 units sold, close to the 90, right? Like, this is the first time where we all on a level playing field. The same way Bitch 9 can go on #1 on Billboard and then fall off. That's only because streams count and we all on a level playing field. Then the next nigga tomorrow can blow up and be the next Drake, or at least be in the top 10. It is what it is. So, I mean, with that in the picture, it's an emerging lane, but it's just really, it's more linear. Like, it's more parallel. It's more everybody on the same playing field. You just got your own lane. More like that Currency, Wiz, that Drake, Kendrick, and then J. Cole. But Wale was in that conversation. Big Sean was in that conversation. They just fell in their lane. They're not no lesser than. They just adjacent to or parallel. Because they still great in their own right. Same way Currency and fucking, like, I'm a French Montana fan, but not his new shit. Like Mac and Cheese 2. That's a classic to me. Like, even Casino Life 2, I fuck with. He just got the twos going on for something. But like he a king in his own right. He deserves to talk his shit. But like, he's a good one where he's taking bots and faking streams. Like,
yeah, I think
he signed to a label.
Yeah.
Fat Joe in my DM right now trying to scam me. He ain't think I was gonna say it. I show him right the fuck now.
Okay, King.
Fat Joe is my Jostar Part 2. I ain't coming out about it yet, but this the preview. Fat Joe in my fucking DM. That's fucking Fat fucking Joe talking his bullshit, trying to get me to pay $650 to be on a fucking SoundCloud mixtape. Fat Joe, fuck you.
Wait, I forgot who put that on Twitter the other day also about that Gilly shit. Who was that?
Yo, they selling IG stories now too. He said we can push your work with IG stories, or you can't see that shit, but we can push your work with IG stories, or get your track on my series dropping for $650 a track. Nigga, and it's not gonna get monetized. You gonna say, "Hey, this mixtape is out one day."
You talking about $650? You don't got no metrics. You don't got no data.
It's about 50 songs on that motherfucker. He just got 40 racks, and I'm sitting sad. Yeah. I gave Carol Baskins $300, and my shit is booming, nigga. It's stupid. Put your money in the right fucking place. Stop fucking faking shit.
Yeah. And it's weird how the alleged OGs are moving these days, with just how
they're going outside.
Back to the emerging lane. Like, it's like, they trying to just reach down and pick real quick.
Yeah, that emerging shit, like, most of it is just taking advantage of desperate artists and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, most of the services that are promoted towards that lane is just about just grabbing money from niggas and running off with it for no return and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think with streaming now, it's easier to be like, I can just exist in my lane and do what I want to do, and I can be as big as I want to be or as small as I want to be. Like, that's where I'm at where now personally. Like, I push shit when I want to, whatever, but I do it on my terms, and that's how the way I choose to operate, because that's what I feel. You know what I'm saying? It's the difference between Currency and Wiz. Like, Currency knew where he wanted to be. Wiz knew where he wanted to be. They both made the decisions and they operated accordingly. Now this ecosystem's definitely set up to where, like, you can do that more easily now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's cool in that tip. But like, yeah, there's a lot of services are just set up to just prey on people. Like, this one DJ hit me up. They were just like, yeah, like, you could pay $200 for the DJ to drop your song in a party where she's DJing at, and it's like, what? Like, what the fuck am I? Like, are you serious right now, nigga? Like, you really trying to get me to pay for that? Like, I ain't nigga. Like, anybody, like, you know what I'm saying? That's like a lot of people don't have the sense to think of that, where it's like, nah, nigga. Like, that's not giving me anything. That's not giving me anything. But like,
all it gives me is like the false hope of.
Better off giving your money to the fucking Adam 22 white dude and having him play your shit on his stream.
Real shit.
At least you know real people are watching that shit.
$100. It's $100 fucking dollars. Hey, it's $50 to get on Philly Scoop Hall. Don't let that shit confuse you. It's $50 fucking dollars.
And then, yo, at least they get that shit on Philly Scoop Hall. Like,
and even if they bidding on you, they going to your profile, they checking out your music. Hey, even if they play that shit to fry you, it's a stream, my nigga.
Yeah.
If it's 10 people bidding, and maybe one of them could be a new fan.
Yeah. That's a fact. I put bet on Philly Scoop Hall. They was like, it's Black Air Force music. I was like, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Exactly.
Man.
All right, we're about to get y'all some little speed round questions real quick. So, Dre, did I ever give you these before? This your third time here?
No, I don't think so. Maybe.
All right, let's see. If you had 24 hours to live, what would you do starting now?
Fucking travel and eat mad good food.
In 24 hours?
Yeah, I'll travel, eat some fucking food, and steal some crazy shit. Do some wild shit. Yeah.
How about you, Trip?
I would get ridiculously high. Like,
say that.
You know, the toll, I would do the toll. I would do EMO DMT. Like, yeah. I would live in another parallel universe. I would die before the 24.
For the whole 24?
Yeah, like, yeah, you know what? I don't even exist in this realm even. Fucking 24 hours. What is time? What is time anyway?
Money is time. Money is not time. Money is not time. In what ways are you the same as your childhood self?
Still goofy. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still disorganized as a motherfucker.
Okay.
Yeah,
if you can master one skill, what would it be? One skill you don't have now.
Extreme focus.
Is that or mixing and mastering my own shit? Studio quality.
Yeah.
Would you rather discover something great and share it, or discover something evil and prevent it?
Discover something great and share it.
Something evil and prevent it. Because if you read this pimp book, he teach you about how, like, you can beat a bitch, but as long as you help her and heal her back, she won't really remember when you beat her. She just remember that you was the only person to heal her. And I don't condone that shit. I'm just looking at the principle.
I condone the logic, not the act.
There you go. It's something to be learned in that.
You can learn something from anything. That's a fact. Who do you consider the most important person in your life, and how can you go to improve their relationship?
Most important person in my life is definitely my mama's.
And how could you improve their relationship?
There's no way to improve it. It's as good as it's gonna get. That's it.
Right, cool.
Or you know what? Nah, I can improve it by retiring her. That's it.
Boom.
That's it.
Cliche wise, yeah, I'm gonna say my mom. We haven't had the best relationship, but it's getting better. But my first thought was me.
I like it. If you had to choose free unlimited service for 5 years from one of these roles, which would it be? Chauffeur, cook, masseuse, housekeeper, or secretary?
How bad is the masseuse?
Bad as shit.
She let me finish?
Every single time. Every single time.
I'm doing cook for sure.
You got my answer.
Let me finish. You said cook, Dre?
Yeah, cook for sure.
If you what was your dream job growing up?
Astronaut.
I don't think I had a dream job. I just wanted to build crazy shit.
To steal from black women. That's what you want to do, and you're doing it now.
I just want wanted to build like spaceship. That's what I wanted to do.
Oh, nah, nigga. Nah.
That's that is what I wanted to do. I wanted to build a spaceship. Yeah.
What characteristic do you most admire in others?
Loyalty.
Loyalty.
It's like kindness.
Okay. If you could witness any event of the past or future, what would it be?
Big Bang.
Slavery.
No, all right.
Because I feel like I would have been that Turner type nigga where I would have found some way to take out like a good or somebody important.
Just for you, so you can feel that whip and see if you feel the same way.
Cause like, listen. Here's why I'll make it as short as possible. But that whole Kanye slavery was like a mindset thing. If I go out, even if I check, obviously, but I take like 40 of them out, it's gonna give at least 20 slaves that mindset that it's possible. If we take 20 of them out for every one of us, we might get somewhere.
For sure.
So,
I guess
if I could end slavery maybe even 150 years earlier, we up, baby. We don't need reparations.
Okay. I mean, no, we still need it though. It's 150 years. It's still like 250.
I believe if segregation never ended, we would have been up.
Yeah, I'm not mad.
We had banks, we had realty, we had all that shit. Once that shit went away, we was back at square zero.
We were basically, we had like the whole Jewish shit going on basically back then.
Whoa, don't talk. Whoa, no.
Oh, you anti-Semitic? You hate?
No.
You sound real Hitlerish over there. Oh, damn, relax. Take it easy.
The views of Andre Altrez.
Yeah, you know, people are the most oppressed people in America. Relax there, buddy.
God, oh my God.
What's your life motto or philosophy you live by?
Go ahead, Dre.
I don't got it yet. Hold on, let me think.
I just stay 10 toes down, like no matter what's going on, no matter what you're going through. Just remain yourself, stay solid, and know that you're gonna get through it, even if it's the worst shit you're experiencing. And I came to that on a shroom trip.
Like it?
Mine would be execute. Just simply execute. Whatever it is that you're thinking, you get this crazy idea that pops up in your head. Just do it. Execute. Just get it done. That's me. I'll say right
now. Number one place in the world you want to visit you haven't yet?
Africa. Just the whole continent.
Okay.
I would say Japan or Montreal.
Okay.
Montreal popping.
I only been in Toronto, but that's my top 3 cities.
Okay. World peace or inner peace?
Whew, inner peace.
Inner peace.
Fuck the world.
Y'all gotta get y'all shit together.
Yeah. Everybody got inner peace. We have world peace. Yeah.
Woo! That's a bar.
That's a bar right there. Yeah. What's your favorite curse word?
It wouldn't be technically a curse word, but Mameluke, and it means slave in Turkish. Calling people Mamelukes. That's my favorite one right now.
My real favorite curse word I can't say. So.
Jesus.
But it's the best one.
I'm still stuck on Dre with this white man curse word. It's just like this white.
Mameluke.
He called out here calling people slaves.
Porch monkey. That's like a porch monkey.
You fucking Mameluke.
You definitely called him Samuel from Django earlier. You was right, Trip. You was right.
There you go. Damn.
If you had a billion, if you have $1 billion, what would be the first luxurious thing you buy for yourself?
Cybertruck.
A what truck?
Fully loaded Cybertruck.
Gotcha.
Luxurious thing I'd buy. I'd probably buy a crazy painting. I'd buy. Oh, what's the painting? I'd buy some like either a Caravaggio straight out the Louvre, or like a Monet, something like that. Some
wild. First time.
Check this nigga out.
Yeah, this guy. Describe yourself in 3 words.
Sounds like an question.
Unstable.
All right.
creative, and adamant.
I say chaotic, creative, and driven.
All right. Favorite album, favorite movie.
Right now, I'd say Blonde and currently Interstellar.
I like it.
Woo! My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is probably still my favorite album.
Banger, that's a banger.
But movie, damn, Interstellar is up there. The Boys in the Basement actually put me on Matthew McConaughey because I was sleeping. But damn, this might be a little cliche, but like it might be Civil War, Captain America: Civil War, because like the fight scenes in that one are, I think, the best one out of the whole
last
MCU.
fight scene, boy.
It was actually hard.
Best out of the whole MCU to me.
It's tough. It's close.
Even Black Panther running down the highway, gunning shit.
Civil War is definitely probably my second favorite MCU movie. Like,
I had read that shit.
Huh?
I had read that shit, so that's why I was hyped too.
Gotcha.
The Civil War shit, that's like the ending when I just stopped reading comic books. I was like, damn, these niggas fighting each other. Like,
Gotcha.
It's crazy.
Yeah, fuck Captain America still.
Yeah.
All the money in the world, all the knowledge.
All the money.
Knowledge. The knowledge can get you the money.
Or you can go crazy.
It's like limitless pill. No. Well, see, if you really got the knowledge, then you got to be on the psychedelics too, because then it teaches you that you can't allow. Because like I was on a shroom trip. It go back to what I said before with staying 10 toes down no matter what you know. Like I was on a shroom trip and like they started bringing time back, like the concept of time. And I'm somewhere else, so I'm realizing, bro, that shit is bullshit. Time is just like a bunch of other constructs that we just forced to follow right now. But if I was to get hung up and obsessed on that shit, I couldn't focus on what I'm doing right now. I would never get an album out. You gotta focus on knowing that it's a matrix and knowing that if it is a matrix, how can you manipulate it to benefit you? Not I even operate it. Nah. Manipulate that shit. The same way the big guys up there feel like they manipulate in your matrix. It's a group that you can manipulate matrix too and build it. And then it's about what you about. Like, what are you spreading? If you're not gonna be about nothing, then we don't really want you to take the system right now. Like, we about entrepreneurship, independent artists. You can do this yourself. You don't have to sign your life away and be a slave to a white man. You don't have to give them back $50,000 or $500,000 just for you to start to make $1. You don't have to. You can build this shit up yourself. You can print the shirts in your basement. Where RightonQuelive at? Like, it don't matter.
All I heard just now was you anti-Semitic. That's all I just heard.
No,
don't sound like a white man. What you mean? You just hate all Jews? What's going on now? Like what?
What I heard is that
my best.
With Trippy would take the dinner with Jay-Z over the 50K. That's what I heard.
No, fuck that.
I would take the money. You know why I take the
money? That's what I heard too. Money
to person to action. That's why I'm taking the money.
You're talking about all the world's knowledge.
All the money I can hire this smart motherfucker, pay him $7.25 an hour, and they'll do all the smart shit I need to do.
$7.25.
That's real. That's the real smart move. Because what money does do is it buys you time to do what the fuck you want to do. So.
That's true.
Money is not time. If you found $10,000 in a trash can outside right now, what would you do with it down to the last dollar?
I'd probably buy a house in Baltimore or buy an options contract on Tesla. One or the other.
To go up or down?
Up. Don't bet against Elon Musk. You fucking crazy.
Yeah.
How much more would you want to go up?
I mean, shit. Man, it might be 2,000 by the end of the year. I can see it going to 3K eventually.
Whew.
I would either get some property or I would sign an artist to a $10,000 and 360 deal. Because they signing anything, so.
That's a fact. If you had one superpower, what would it be?
My favorite heroes was always the heroes without the powers, like Batman, Tony Stark, and shit like that.
I will
So
say
I guess it would
one
just.
thing I love about our generation is the way we have made Batman a laughing stock. That shit is actually funny. I still fuck with Batman.
A fucking meme. It was somebody like from some movie. Their legs were all broken, and it's just like that. Batman be like, now talk.
Yeah.
Yo, that's really the funniest shit ever. Batman's he's still the realest nigga, but it's like, no, that shit is funny.
Because he was only depicted right once, and that's in the Nolan trilogy. Because like they started making him a laughing stock, and then you go back and look at Adam West and even the TV series, all that shit. You were just like, this shit's hilarious too.
Mm-hmm.
Only time you take it serious was fucking Arkham games and fucking Dark Knight series.
Yeah. Yeah. So no superpowers, nigga.
I
say intelligence, supreme intelligence, or like high level intelligence, like Tony Stark or Batman.
And he wanted to be the blue nigga.
Oh yeah, that's hot.
See how
it Rorschach
worked out on Watchmen, right? You watched Watchmen?
Yeah, that was a fire show.
I didn't see the show. I watched the original movie and I read the book. I didn't watch the show.
Watch that show. That show's hard.
The show's worth it. And it's definitely everything you just said. You are Dr. Manhattan. Now think about it. Like, no,
he's a Dr. Manhattan ass nigga.
I create time myself on a shroom trip.
Did y'all see the Watchmen movie?
I did.
Yeah, I'm him on the planet just constructing that shit.
Yeah.
Because I'm mad at everybody on Earth.
Yeah. Anybody ever seen 16 Blocks?
Hell yeah. Most Def was fucking phenomenal in that movie.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
First time ever all the guests have seen it. So that's a one time. First time. So, as y'all remember the question, the riddle, but I switched it up a little bit. So basically imagine y'all at a bus stop and the city is about to blow up and there's a car at the bus stop that can only fit 2 people in the car, 2 people only. At the bus stop with you is the love of your life, your best friend who saved your life, and a little kid you don't know. Who gets in the car?
Everybody about the little nigga I don't know.
What is that?
Everybody but the little nigga I don't know.
Only 2 people though. Only 2 people.
I'm taking the love of my life.
Yeah, so it's the love of my life. It's me and only one other person.
You don't gotta go.
I do gotta go. I mean, I gotta go. I mean, what the fuck I'm gonna do? I'm looking at the car.
Hey, little man, you gotta go, but you wasn't here for that long anyway.
Me and my best friend.
All right, you leaving the love of your life?
They ain't doing bros over hoes. All right, bet. I'm rocking with you there.
It's always bros over hoes.
I'm gonna leave your ass there though.
If she the love of my life, I'm gonna love her for the rest of my life.
It sounds good. It sounds good until it's not to the rest of your life. But you're like, dog, but I literally saved your life before. Like, you wouldn't be here today for this decision if it wasn't for me.
I wouldn't be here to love her.
In a relationship, yeah.
But my girlfriend got the nerve to be looking at me right now. Mind your business. Why you listening to this?
Hey, you want a Teflar bag?
Hey, you.
She deserves the bag. She deserves it.
Yeah, she definitely
all right, last
does.
question. What is this current chapter of your life called?
Growth.
Okay.
Or growth.
Staring at the finish line.
Yeah.
Like
legacy building.
And to add on to that, I'm not going to ask you what the next chapter will be called, but what was the chapter you just left called then, if you had to put a name to it?
I think that the self-building. That's the self-building chapter. In order to become what I needed to become.
I'd say the same. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, take his answer. That's cool. Go original.
Yeah.
He steals everything. He steals everybody. But did y'all? I fuck with it. Did you guys enjoy this episode, this conversation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was lit. I'm glad you reached out because I know Riley was supposed to be on it, but.
No, fuck Riley. No, fuck that.
Well, he got sick of some shit.
Riley.
It's funny how I never know who's gonna be on. I didn't expect to see Trip on this, bro.
I didn't know Dre was on, so when he said it, I was like, man, I play Call of Duty with this nigga all the time. I actually texted him and was like, hurry up and get your ass in the drum.
Yeah, the Ghoulie boys.
Yeah, no, it's literally how it went. I was gonna get Riley, and I was like, you know what? No, like I already know, like I'm feeling real anti-Semitic. No, it's like no, but I was like, no. Riley always on here. I was like, no, let me get Trip. I ain't seen Trip in a long time. He cool, nigga. I fuck with Trip.
Appreciate it.
To give y'all flowers, spread your energy. Trip just a super cool ass nigga. Always good vibes, good energy whenever I see him, whatever. Fuck with him.
Okay.
Dre, one of the most interesting people I see, and I just respect because he just always into a lot of shit that I be thinking, that's something I need to keep a closer look on. So I fuck with him.
Yeah, man, I'll be talking all this random shit. This is like some people pick it up or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just exposing people to shit.
For sure.
And we all working. Like I ran into you most recently at a place that wasn't even open yet.
That's a fact.
But you know, niggas in the know was able to get some work done in a lockdown. So always working.
Yeah, so if you guys want to promo anything, mention anything, so people know where to find you at, find them on shit.
Go ahead, Dre. I'll let you go first.
I'm on Instagram at I Miss Andre, on Twitter at Andre Altrez, Altrez. I'm actually about to be dropping my first song in like probably like a year and some change, and next week or something. I'm selling T-shirts, Teflar bags and shit.
Waiting for that.
Literally everything right now. But yeah, I mean, I'm out here. If you're trying to learn more about stock shit, just life in general, follow me on Twitter. I tweet like a lot about that, and I follow a lot of dope people on that real estate tip and whatever like that. So, if you're trying to get to the bag and build generational wealth, definitely give me a follow.
Sure.
But Lord Trippy, sometimes with an X instead of an O on the socials, but Trippy booming out today. If you didn't see Carol Boomin announce that shit, I'm a rapper. Nothing like I do some other shit, but primarily I'm a rapper. I make music that take your mind off of niggas getting slaughtered, but not distract from it.
I like that. That's a good tagline here.
Yeah.
Yes, I fuck with both of y'all. And RightonQuelive, talk about it. We out. Shout out to everybody.
And gang basement.
Shout out to the Jews.
Yeah.
So we good.
Yeah.